All right, today is September 21st. It's a Saturday, 2019. It's gonna be a quick video on boarding up your windows for a hurricane. If you have windows like these, as you can see, they're flush. They don't recess at all. They're pretty flush with the frame that goes around them. Then ply locks will not be an option. And if you notice, these things I've already installed. These are little lugs that you can permanently install. You just leave them on there. And I'll show you a quick video on how to do that. As you can see, I installed all these lugs already. Already got the board cut and drilled, ready to put up. That's it, and I'll show you some more video here. All right, here's another part of the video. I'm just gonna show you how quick you can put your board up with these pre-installed lugs. Stand by. Let me pull the caps off. That protects the lugs. Pull those off. Put them somewhere for storage. Grab your board, it's already cut and drilled and ready to go. Go. The board is over the lugs. You install your wing nuts. There you go. We have a fully boarded up window. And that's easy as that. Yep. All protected. All right, to install the first thing I do after I cut the board to size for the window is I'll put 2 temporary screws at the top, pre-drilled, ready to drill in. Because when you're doing this by yourself, sometimes you got to hold the board up and drill at the same time. So these 2 screws will get it installed temporarily so I can measure and drill the rest of my screws for the lugs. All right, we'll go for the next step. All right, after you've measured and cut your wood and you've pre-installed your temporary screws into the wood, you then take the wood over to the window and you place it where you want it and you put your 2 temporary screws in. The only thing holding this board up is this top screw on the left and this top screw on the right. So that'll keep the board in place so you can drill the rest of your holes. And we'll show you that in a second. All right, here's the lug I'm going to be installing, and there's the drill bit I'm going to be using. Now, if you're drilling into wood, use a wood drill bit. If you're drilling into concrete, use a concrete drill bit. I do not know how well these perform in concrete. Do your own due diligence and research as far as that goes. But you want to use a drill bit slightly skinnier than your lug, and we'll drill the holes. All right, next step, I got my pilot holes drilled. Got 1 in each bottom corner. Using the drill bit for the lug, I drilled it through the wood and through the frame of the window at the same time. So now I know that hole is going to line up with the frame in the window. And over here, same thing. That's bottom corner. Drilled my pilot hole. Now, next step I'm going to do is I'm going to remove these 2 temporary screws and remove the board. Okay, after I remove the board, I'm left with the 2 screw holes at the top. That was from my temporary screws. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill those out with the lug drill bit. I'm probably going to drill these out some more with the lug drill bit, that hole and the other bottom one on the right. So that's the next step. Okay, I went ahead and I drilled out those holes a little bit bigger for the lugs, so they're ready to go in the 4 corners. Now you can put as many lugs as you want, like in these windows over here I put 3 on each side. That's just the way I chose to do it. Everybody's window is going to be different. or you can do them across the top if you want them across the bottom. But for me, this side works better. Now, one quick note: when you drill the holes out for your lugs, try to drill them straight. I mean, if you have them at any kind of angle, whether it's up or down or sideways, your lugs are going to be sticking out at a weird angle. So when you drill your hole for your wood to slide over the lugs, you're going to have a hard time putting them over the lugs, and you're going to probably have to drill your holes out in the wood a little bigger. But next step is I'm going to go ahead and install the lugs. Alright, I got my 4 lugs installed with the pilot holes that I drilled, 1 in each corner. If you notice, I didn't drill them all the way in flush with that lip that's on the lug itself, because my window actually sticks out a little further than the mounting surface. So I'm going to make sure I have enough lugs sticking out so that when I put the plywood over the lug, I have room for the wing nut to go on. But like I said earlier, everybody's situation is going to be different. So the next step is going to be to take my plywood and drill my temporary screw holes at the top that I originally had, big enough to fit over the lugs. And of course these are the 2 holes that I have. I'm going to drill them out bigger so they fit over the bottom lugs. And that's the next step. Alright, I got my temporary screws out of the top, left with 4 holes in the plywood that should line up with the 4 holes that I drilled through the plywood into the window. Now, you want to drill the holes in the plywood big enough to fit over the lug. So here's the lug, the white is the lug. Now what I do is I start with a drill bit that's just a little bit bigger or wider than the lug, because you don't want to go real wide at first. You want to drill the hole a little bigger, then a little bigger with a bigger drill bit. So I use that one initially to drill those 4 corners out. I'm going to use this bigger one to be the final drill bit after I drill that other one. So I'm going to drill these 4 holes out bigger, and we'll be right back. Alright, I got my 4 holes drilled out a lot bigger, 1 in each corner for this particular size window. I got to do 2 separate pieces of wood because the entire window's one 4x8 sheet won't work. I got my 4 holes drilled out really big in each corner. I got my lugs all installed. They're all ready to go. So the next step's going to be to slide that board over those lugs and see if it fits. I got to put it in selfie mode because I lost my stand. So be right back. Alright, so next step is to put the wood over the lugs. Make sure it fits. Don't get discouraged if it doesn't fit the first time you're a little off. All you got to do is go back and grind the holes out a little bigger. You really can't drill them out too big. Yep, top 2 go. Bottom 2 working on it. This one's a little off, but I might be able to squeeze it on. Yep. Yeah, like I said, sometimes you gotta work it a little bit. But I'm gonna try to leave it in selfie mode here, but as you can see, all 4 corners I can't really see here because, sorry, god dang, everything's backwards. Anyway, you see all 4 lugs are installed and they fit over it pretty good. And you just put your wing nuts on, call it a day. And that's it for this video. Thank you for watching.